Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and the repentant alike. I am Chief Sophia of the Americana Band of Indians, and this is a video. It should be pretty quick. This is the AstroTarotGraphy Tree of Life. Fruits of the Tree reading for the Priestess's New Year, which is May 18th, 2025. Now, I've been doing May 18th videos. This is my second or third year doing May 18th videos. May 18th, in my opinion, not only is it Haitian Flag Day, the people who believe that they're the priests, right? The priesthood comes from them, right? It's also, in my opinion, Moses' birthday. And I was just doing some research on why this day might be important. And I looked at the sun. The sun is at 27 of Taurus. Well, if you know anything about anything, the planet Algol is also at 20. It's at 26.10 or so degrees of Taurus, and that is known as the Medusa's head. They also is also known as the Lilith star. The Hebrews would have called it Lilith. And so I was like, wait a minute. The head of, because in the video or in the description that I think I got it off of Astro King for Algol, and I suggest you go and look at that. It's very interesting. The guy said everybody focuses on the bad side of Algol, which there are a lot of bad sides. But once you pass the ghoul status, like the Gorgon, once you pass the Gorgon status, we find pure spirit. So this is the purely spiritual start of the year. This is when the pure spirit can flow, and it really depends on, again, you. This is a very dangerous day to adopt as your new year. So unless you are a high priestess, a shaman, or shuman, you're really in tune with your spirituality, I do not suggest you follow this timeline. It is not going to be beneficial for you. However, if you've been doing the work, you feel like this is something that is in alignment with your energy, this is the timeline that you can follow. That these are let me put it this way. These are the standards that are put upon you. A lot of times we don't know what the standards are, where they come from. This is the standard of energy put upon you. So these are the tests and the rewards that you will be subject to for this year. So this is not for somebody typically who have not had their chart done by me, because if you don't have your astrotarotgraphy, if you don't know where your own personal placements are, this is just going to be more confusion to you. These are for people who are deeply into their spiritual journey, looking at their charts. I hope this becomes more people, because this timeline is a good timeline. It's always going to be a good timeline, but it's going to start with, do you have yourself together, right? It's going to be the most important thing. So I have the dates here and we're going to go through it. So the birthday card, which is from the 16th of 2025 to the 20th, which is a full 5 days. If y'all know, 2 days before the date and 2 days after the date, you will have this energy. And it's basically always going to be this energy. The third decan of Taurus, which is victory, hope, and defense. So this is going to be an energy you always get to celebrate, which is why we feast starting on May the 1st or May the 2nd or May the 1st. That's why our feast starts on May the 1st, because we are celebrating this whole time period. We need to be celebrating. Now, it's important to have that energy, because if you're on this timeline, if this fruits of the tree applies to you, the next energy we go into is the South Node, which South Node is difficult energy. Everybody knows that. So if you're celebrating while you have difficult energy, it makes the difficult energy less potent, okay? And that's something that I'm going to be, talking about more moving forward. So the South Node energy goes from the 21st of May until the 25th of June of this year, which is in about a week and a half, okay? So, and this is the 10 of Cups in reverse, which is feeling neglected, poor timing, shattered dreams. But if you can reverse that and put it into upright energy, it would be love, harmony, and satisfaction. So again, celebrating during this time is going to be really important. If you're fasting when you should be feasting, it's going to be very, very difficult for you. The first year I fasted during this time period, I thought I was going to die. I had no idea I was subject to this timeline. And so now I understand why that was so painful. And it was very, very difficult. And so now I will never, ever make that mistake again. I will always be feasting at this time, because you have to celebrate in order to bring in the love, harmony, and satisfaction. Now, it's not always going to be this card, this 10 of cups, but it is always going to be in reverse. So it's no matter what card it is, if it's in reverse, it's difficult. Okay, so that's the first card. All right, the next one, Saturn, goes from the 25th of June until the 31st of July. And that's 10 of coins, which is carefree, harmony, and happy love. If you can make it through to the 25th, because I'm like, where's the money at? If you can make it through to the 25th, hear me now, Saturn will reward you with your coins. I have been asking, when is it coming? What's the timeline on that? Why is it taking so long? Now I understand why. We're waiting for the Saturn energy to come in and to bring it along. I mean, now it makes perfect sense. Because I just couldn't understand, what's the problem? What's going on? That's when it should start to show up, from the 25th of June to the 31st of July. All right, the next placement we have is Earth, and that's from the 31st of July until the 5th of September. And that is the Hermit, which is willful intelligence, enlightenment, journey towards secret revealed. We will be fasting at that time. Our fast starts on August the 2nd, right in alignment with the energy. You can't make this up. You couldn't make this up if you tried. It's impossible. And that's what's going to be going on. We're going to be in that energy, okay? Next we have Mars, which goes from the 9th of September through the 11th of October. And that's the 6 of Cups. Yeah. And that's romance, love, and nostalgia. Basically, around that time, that's when we're getting ready for the Feast of Sukkot. We'll be ending the fast and then going into the Feast of Tabernacles for our Day of Atonement, especially for the Day of Atonement. It makes perfect sense to be in Mars energy during the Day of Atonement. I mean, again, stuff that you can't make up. The next placement we have is Jupiter, which goes from the 11th of October until the 16th of November, and that's 25 degrees of Gemini, and that's a 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is tunnel vision, no perspective, burden, accomplishment. And what do we say about tunnel vision? Keep your eyes down, focus on the prize. Right after you have your Day of Atonement with the Creator, you better focus on the prize, the blessing that He is giving you. Plus, remember, during that time, we're supposed to be done. We're on vacation for real. Like, that's when the real what did I call it? Jubilee starts. So we need to be focused on that, on what we have to do for our personal Jubilee. All right. The next placement we have is the Sun, and that's 27 of Taurus, which is the 7 of Wands. That's victory, hope, defense. Of course, we're going to accomplish things, and then we're going to have to defend it. We're going to have to defend it. We're going to have to build a wall. And I think that's always a theme. Defend your accomplishments. Don't let anybody take them away from you. All this hard work we're doing is going to pay off, no matter what anybody says. I know it. I feel it in my bones, and I have it here as proof that it is true. Your hard work will pay off. Keep focused. And that's the whole goal, the whole thing about this Priestess New Year, spiritual New Year, the head New Year, the real head New Year of the people who are the head and not the tail. You have to stay focused, and you have to protect your, you have to stay focused on your victory, and you have to defend it. You have to defend your victory. You have to claim it, and you have to defend it. Okay. The next placement we have is Mercury. That is from the 22nd of December to the 27th of January, and that's 14 degrees of Taurus, and that's a 6 of Wands, which is victory, success, and good news. Look at all this victory. Look at all this party. Look at all this victory. This is unbelievable. And that 6 of Wands, remember, that's my what do I call that card? The triumphant entry. That's our triumphant entry. That is our triumphant entry, okay? And it's no surprise that it happens over Christmas, because what we have, the Savior, the Creator, having his triumphant entry into the planet for Christmas. All right. The next placement we have is Venus, and that's the 27th. It's crazy. Venus is the energy that's over Valentine's Day. I mean, you can't mess this up. The first, the first, January 27th, 2026 through March 4th, 2026. And that's the 3 of Wands, 12 degrees of Aries. And that's external gratitude, offspring, happiness, and gratitude. So this is looking out on all your abundance, all the things that you've accomplished for the year, and then really feeling into that, okay? And not, neglecting all your hard work, which will be fasting at that time. So that makes sense. That's a time of fasting, right? After that, we have the moon, which is 2 degrees of Aquarius, and that's the 5 of Coins, and that's poverty, fear of loss, isolation, a helping hand. This is a time period when you're supposed to offer the helping hand. What is this? March 4th, 2026 to April the 9th, 2026. This is when you're supposed to make yourself useful. This, I don't know if it covers Easter or not. I didn't look, so I won't say that. But you're supposed to make yourself useful at this time. You're supposed to be giving out the helping hand. And you might be in isolation, but you're supposed to be giving out the helping hand. Also, this is when we observe the start of the new year, okay? Then the last placement, that goes from April the 9th, 2026 to May the 15th, 2026. And that's 26 degrees of Pisces, and that's the World. Culmination, perfection, end, beginning, the great dance of time. Listen, this is an unbelievable chart. The one little 5 of Coins is a little bit rough. And it's rough at the beginning with the 10 of Cups in reverse. But this is an unbelievable chart. Like, if you flow with this energy, you can't lose. Like, the little bit of loss that looks like it might come in, that's going to be way towards the end of this cycle, after you have accumulated a lot of wins. This cycle allows you to accumulate your wins at the start of the cycle and basically defend them. As long as you accumulate your wins and defend your wins, that's our birthday card, the 10 of Cups. The 7 of Wands, which is victory, hope, and defense. As long as you defend your wins, this is an easy year to flow through. This is really, really easy. So I implore people, I recommend that you do the work to adopt. Now, this is dangerous because it's a lot of, wands are corrections. It could be a lot of corrections along the way, and that's not a bad thing. Corrections are not bad. Corrections are only bad when you refuse to make them. So this is not bad at all. So I hope that this video has been helpful. Shalom, peace, and blessings, and we'll see you in the next video.